What's going on, guys? It's Wezo here, and today I will be bringing you a FIFA 15 Manager Career Mode, which I hope to do throughout the rest of FIFA 15 and take it a new one into FIFA 16 when the game comes out, which game I've already pre-ordered. And I will be using Fulham, who are in the Championship, and which is a tier below the Premier League. And I decided to use them because of the fact that they were in the Premier League for 12 years, and they didn't really do much in the Premier League in those years. They were kind of just a team that bounced around between mid-table. They finished 9th once, I think, and I mean that's pretty decent for the Premier League. And now they got relegated a couple years ago, and now that they've been relegated, I feel like that, and they're struggling in the Championship League now, that I could take them back to the Premier League and go to Europe and win some hardware. We'll be playing the whole series on World Class. I've tried Legendary and I'm just not good enough for it. I can't win on World Class. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge where you win some and lose some. And I'll be playing on 5 minutes and I'm American, so I use dollars. And the stadium that I will select, I'm going to change the name here to their actual stadium name. Messed up. But yeah, like I said, I really want to take this career mode the rest of the way through FIFA 15 and then start a new one up in FIFA 16. This is actually the first video I've ever posted to YouTube off this channel, and I don't really expect this video to get that many views, but hopefully it can get a few, and maybe this series could turn into something fun for me to do for people. I don't actually know if this stadium will work, because sometimes I've done a few career modes already in FIFA 15, and I've never actually applied the stadium and got it to stay, but hopefully it works for once. Okay, that all looks good, and I will advance. Downloading. Mr. Wezo. Let's go by that. Like I've said before, I am from the United States. We'll go with the shirt and tie, look formal out there on the pitch while we're winning the games. Light, that seems fine. That's all good. Alright, and Fulham excited about future with Wezo. Well, I'm glad the fans are excited as I'm excited. I'm going to try to take them back to they never really been to the top, but I want to get them to the top, I want to do everything I can to get them up there and win some hardware, honestly. But you probably won't see any gameplay in this video, and I know it's not on a capture card, it's on just being recorded off the TV. I know the audio and the quality won't be that good, but I didn't think it'd be appropriate for me to spend not even $100, like $500 on a bunch of equipment for this, and then just it goes to waste because it doesn't turn anything. If this would actually go through and maybe I get a couple, maybe 1,000 subscribers by the end of this series, and then maybe I consider actually making my videos a lot better. But I feel like until I get to that point, maybe 1,000 subs, which I don't even know if that will ever happen. I may not even get a view on this video, honestly. But if that would happen, then I think I would invest in actually making this something that I would try to do a lot more often. But I'm going to try to get a video out a day on this. And I don't know how many years, honestly, I'm going to go through. But the first thing I have to do, and I've tested it out a few times, just to make sure I wasn't crazy or anything. There is a player on loan. I forget his name. He's a goalkeeper. He's actually quite good, but he's quite old. And I looked to sell him. But if I have my wage, as you see here, if I have my wage onto what it was before, which was like 4.5, and then like 40 in wage, something like that, and then I return the player from his loan, then it takes all my wage away. So I have to recall him from his loan now, and then I only lose the transfer money for getting him back, and then I can go back, and I'm actually going to make it 13 and 70. That seems about right. Let's go into what we see here. Player return from loan. Yeah, know about that. The board. They want me to reach the round of 32 in one of the domestic cups. The Capital One Cup, I'm not too worried about, honestly. I mean, it'd be nice to do something good in the cups, but I'm really going to focus on getting promoted to the Premier League. But it wouldn't be bad to have a cup run. But, I mean, they kind of just take up space. And in the Capital One Cup, you don't get any money at all for basically winning. I mean, I think you get like 60,000 transfer for winning the cup. You can get a few million. You can get like, I don't know, maybe like 10 all added all together throughout the FA Cup. I might be wrong. Maybe like a little bit lower, like 6 or something like that. But, you know, that's why I'm more about the FA Cup to try to get more money to help my team. But the transfer budget I have right now is actually quite good for a team in this league, considering what the other teams look like. Transfer market is now open. Yeah, we know that. We should look for a wide midfielder. Yes, they do this now, but I'm actually not interested in looking through these players. I have a few players in mind already that I'm going to add to my short list, but I'll cut through when I'm actually adding them to the short list so you guys don't have to watch that. But I'm just going to return all these players back. Introducing myself. One of your scouts, okay. I didn't use the 60% transfer budget because I felt like it'd be too overpowered to have that much money, because they would be a lot of money, actually. I could buy some quality players. I feel like 14 is reasonable. I mean, that's basically what I averaged as in the Premier League when I do my offline ones. That's basically what I averaged a season, was like 14 million and like something like 16 weight or something like that. And then the league objective, they want me to win the league title. I'm going to try to win the league title. It's a lot of pressure. I don't know if they would fire me for just getting a promotion, but I'm just aiming for promotion. I don't really care where it would come from, whether it comes to the playoffs, finishing second or first. I just want to get the promotion. If we can win the league title, that'd be great. I'd be fine with coming in second place. The playoffs, I'd like to get away from, because I feel like if I got into the playoffs, if something would happen and I would fall back and have to do another season it wouldn't be much fun, because I've done this before with teams, and it's just not much fun to play in the lower league. I really want to get to the Premier League. I'm going to try to average, when I get to the games, about 3 games per video. But let's go look at the team now. I got to set up my... Well, let's go through the players real quick. I'll just let you guys look through what you want here. You can pause it and look at what you want to look at, you know. But I'm not going to go through all of them. You guys basically see what the overalls are and who we have on the bench, and some of you might know players. This is the guy we got returning, but I'm not even looking to use him. I'm actually going to sell him and try to bring in a different goalkeeper. But I don't quite know who yet at goalkeeper. I haven't shortlisted anyone yet, but I know sort of who I want to shortlist for certain positions. Like I said, I've looked through this team a couple of times before, and there are definitely some teams that I already know that I kind of want to go with. But I know there's some players that I want already. I know there's some players that I already want to sell. And there's a lot of players on this Fulham team that I really want to try to grow. I want to try to grow them up from where they're at already. And not just buy in players, but try to use some of the players they already have, because I know they have a lot of young talent on this team already. I forget his name, actually. He's somewhere down here. Where is he at? There he is. I know he's American. I've seen him play a few times in friendlies for the U.S., and I know his potential is pretty decent on this game. I mean, his stats, they're pretty well-rounded, honestly. I mean, a lot of yellows, but, I mean, not too many greens. 1 green. Short passing. He's a good passer. What I expect him to do, honestly, he's not really going to be my goal scorer. He's going to be more of the guy that, that gets the ball out, and he's going to be the assist guy at the cam position. But I'm probably going to end up cutting out this part where I put in my starting lineup that I would go with right now if I had to. And then we will go over and transfer list some players. But I'm going to put my players in now. Alright, well, right here is what I've decided. What I would go with right now if I had a game. A lot of these players are going to change. I know I'm going to look to sell Parker off. Right now he's in the starting lineup, but I definitely need to bring in a new CM, a center midfielder there. I'm looking to bring in a new right back just because, I mean, this guy has good stats, honestly, but he's just, I kind of like everyone on my defense to be, I like my center backs to be about 6'3", 6'2". I can be tall. I like my backs to be about a 5'11", a little bit. I mean, this guy is honestly, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with him because I have some ideas on who I want to put in my back four already. But I forgot about him. I didn't expect how good he was. And he's only 20 years old. He's 5'10". He has some great stats already. But, I mean, we could change it. He could start. I might just buy. I want to buy. I might just play him over here. But right now, for a fact, I know I don't think I need to really bring in a striker at this point because I had a lot of strikers on the bench already who are quite good, who are young. I mean, 17. I think he's 20, 21. I'm gonna look to sell him. 19. I mean, we have a lot of young talent on this team already, so I don't feel like I need to bring in a young player at striker. I don't know if I need how much depth I would honestly need to bring in for the wingers and the midfield, but I mean, he's very young and very talented. I may look to just keep him and play him, but I kind of like my center midfielders to be a little taller and like I kind of like just. I mean, I usually would play CDMs in the central midfield position, but these three players right here, I have no idea how to pronounce his name. With Hyndman and Roberts, I feel like these three players right here are definitely players who you are going to see throughout the series who will always be on the team, who will stay right there, and they won't go anywhere for the remainder of the series, honestly. And now I'm going to go to sell who I'm going to sell. Alright, here's what we got right now, who all we have transfer listed. And it's a lot of good players and a lot of money that can be made off of the players I'm looking to sell. I'm really trying to bring in a lot of youth players, but a lot of players I want to bring in a lot of players who are young and try to just make this team. I mean, just rambling on honestly, but just make this team a lot younger than it is and sell off the old players. So I'm just not going to play that much because they're just not going to develop into anything, and they're just going to start decreasing. And some of them I just don't like in general, but on loan, I know I have 4 strikers here you see on loan. I don't plan on loaning all of them off, but I would definitely want to loan off a few of them. As you see, Jared's getting on loan. It's a funny joke there, actually. But anyway, I'll make sure I turn that off in the next video. But I don't plan on loaning all of them out. But it's just basically going to be Smith. I don't really plan on using too much because he's not too pacey. I like pace on my strikers. He's very slow. I don't plan on using him. I probably plan on selling him in January, but if I could loan him out and just take his wage off would be nice. But basically, whatever one of these 3 guys goes first is the guy I'm going to have get loaned out. Most likely, I would like it to be, I don't know. Woodrow, I think I would like to have him loaned out. He's quite good, honestly. I mean, I could see me using him. I mean, they don't have to be incredibly pacey, but 76, that's good enough for me, honestly. Weak foot's 3 stars. Skill moves aren't the best, but he is 6 foot. I like a lot of tall players. I don't know if you guys like the only players where I don't really care if they are short is basically in the attacking midfield. So basically, cam, left midfielder, or wing, however you want to say it on my formation. My wingers and my cam, the only players who I don't really care if they are like. I like them to be at least about 5'7". But I mean, all 3. I don't know about Target too much. I mean, he's our 21. He could. I am going to remove his loan. I'm going to keep him on the team as a backup. I go back up here. I'd like to loan out both these guys, honestly, for the season, though, because I don't think I'd be using them too much. And that's basically it right there. Now I'm going to go shortlist the players who I want, and then I'll show you guys that when I'm done shortlisting them. Alright, guys, and this is the shortlist that I've come together. All these players are getting scouted right now. And I have a lot of center backs. I want to bring in 2. I wasn't really sure exactly who I wanted to bring in. I think Blackett I definitely want to bring in. Ben Marshall I definitely want to bring in. Lewis Baker and Baluni, I'm not too sure. I kind of want to bring in a Cam as a backup. Now this one,